never seen this kind of love before.
The program you're about to watch contains stories of real people. Today, as you watch, expect to be inspired, transformed, and healed. Welcome to Peculiar Moments Global, where every moment is supernatural. Your love story is next.
I searched and searched and searched, no God like this.
Hello everyone, I'm Esther Weje. I'm on the spotlight of Peculiar Moments, and this is my love impact story. Let me tell you a bit about who I am and what I do. I'm an image consultant, I'm an etiquette coach, I'm a fashion entrepreneur, a media personality, amongst other things. Interestingly, it's been a journey. The journey has been worthwhile so far, but sometimes it's easy for you to pay attention to the highlights and forget that every journey has its interesting bumps and curves, and all of those are the inspiring things everyone needs to hear about, because that's what gets you on your own journey. For me, I started about 10 years ago, and I started out with modeling. My entrance into the fashion industry was modeling. Then I ran an NGO for about 2 years, then got into image consulting, after which I founded a company called Zenith Styles, where we do corporate and personal image management. Of course, fashion was a major part of what we do. So we evolved to also having fashion events over the years, and trying to do fashion in an interesting region like the Niger Delta and Port Harcourt, as it were, is something that you have to be really resilient and daring about. Why? Because back in the years, Port Harcourt wasn't really a fashion forward capital, so to speak, as against other parts of the country where you say, okay, this is the fashion capital of Nigeria, or that's the fashion capital of Nigeria, and it's easy for fashion entertainment to thrive because the environment already is enabling for such. But you find that a region like this and a city like this, most of what we have seen over the years is that it has a way of spewing out its creative. So everyone who is doing something in the creative industry just after a while gets tired, gets bored, gets frustrated, and has to leave, so to speak. But having to still be here over the years is something that you say first, you have to be dogged, which means if you believe in something, if you have a dream and you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing, don't quit at the first obstacle you meet. You want to keep going. You want to go past it. So if you meet a mountain, don't say, you know what, there's no way going past this. You want to push it, you want to go through it, you want to put it down, you want to make a road in between, you want to just keep moving. I know it can be really challenging, and for me, one of the challenges starting out was finances. How do you finance something that you're the only one who believes in it? Family members go, what, can't get a proper job like a 9 to 5, and you go, I have a dream. That kind of thing. And the dream you have is just an idea, like a figment of your own imagination that you try to explain it, but they look around and they're not seeing anything like anyone else doing something like that. So it's difficult for them to relate with what you're saying. Thank God right now that in Nigeria we have entertainment to a great extent booming, and people can relate with things like photography, and we have people like Kelechi Amadiobi who has made a successful career out of photography. So when you have a teenager say, Daddy, I'd like to be a professional photographer or an international photographer, they can point to a successful icon and say, okay, just like this person. Okay, so when there is no reference point sometimes for our parents to see when you're mentioning your dreams or your ideas, it's difficult for them to relate to it, and we don't blame them. Okay, it's based on what has been available or is available. So it forces everyone to do the typical white collar job, find the typical job that would give you some kind of respect and esteem. You say, I'm going to the office, I'm wearing a white shirt and a blue tie. People give you that kind of respect. But when you carry your PC or you carry your mobile phone, you say, well, I'm a social media influencer. They go, you're what? Get a job. So it's things like that, things in the creative industry that it's part of what I found myself doing, especially with fashion, where you want to do things like personal shopping, and you go, are you seeing celebrities in the street of Port Harcourt? Who do you want to personal style? Like, really, who do you want to help? Nobody needs your help. So it's been a challenge trying to grow something that only you believes in. And that's the story of a lot of people. There are more new ideas that young people are coming up with, and it's going to face it's predictable what it's going to face. It's going to face the same kind of hurdles. Who is doing it? Who has done it? Who has made money from it? Who in Nigeria is successful doing the kind of thing? So you have to be the first person that believes in yourself. But I know the other question, which is, when you're following passion, What happens to the daily needs? What happens to, I need to buy toiletries, I need to take care of myself, I need to buy food, I need to buy noodles, I need to eat, those things are realities of life. If you're fortunate to have like a support system, like a family where you live with, you don't pay accommodation, you don't buy food, then blessed are you. But if you have to fend for yourself and at the same time run your, I have a dream, your passion, most people are forced or pushed into getting anything that is available. And you say, I once had a dream, I once had a passion, but forget that one no, they pay, that kind of thing, and they find something else that's giving them that deliberate. So financing has been a major challenge, trying to thrive in the fashion industry, so to speak, and being able to adapt that was finding out what my locality, what part of my dream is relevant to my locality now. So in the fashion industry, for instance, you can say, I might not be able to find so many celebrities that would be interested in doing personal styling, but I see that the everyday person wants to look good. So how do I make money from that chain, that fashion economy that is booming every second? That might not be my celebrity styling part that I would love to do. So I can probably find a lady that has a boutique or a fashion retail outlet, and I probably have a good page online, and I can market what she has without having to own them, okay? Market what she has. She gives me a good bargain, and the difference is what I get as income. So that's a simple way you can start raising income for yourself with a part of your dream that is relevant to your locality. So for me, I've done some corporate trainings. I realized that customer service and brand experience is one thing that people always pay attention to, even though you walk into a company and just go, oh my God, bad customer service. And they're like, yes, can you train them? Can you help us train them? So I'd focused more on that part of my idea, so to speak, that my locality had need of. That's one way I've been able to manage the financing part. But evolving from that and doing major fashion events like the His and Hers fashion event for 2 to 3 years and now going on 4 years, means you need major capital boost to be able to do that. For that, I would just say, build your dream to scale per time. Build your dream to scale per time. That means as you grow, scale your idea. Don't start with the biggest part of your idea when your account is reading 000.0000000. How do you want to do that? So if what you can do right now is a virtual fashion show, start with that. If what you can afford right now is a fashion show in your mother's garage with 2 or 3 of your young fashion designers, you make the environment look decent and you have good lighting and you can do that, that's what you can afford. So be able to still do a part of your dream, scale it per time, make sure that you're building a profile. That's what investors always want to see. You walk into some of the finance brands and they go, what have you done before? He goes, sir, I'm still planning to do it. That's why I'm here. He goes, it's not our money, use and try it. That kind of thing. So as much as possible, I've had all those experiences and it's been a learning curve. It's been the curviest learning curves ever, because from financing to getting partners and to sometimes having to show that you're credible, which is what a lot of young people have to face. How do I prove to you that I can do it if you never give me a chance to show you I can do it? Nobody wants to take a chance on you the first time. Don't blame them. They've been burnt. When you have all the money, I'm sure that if you're not still very nice as you are right now, you also wouldn't want to stake your money to take a chance on some random young person who just comes to a fancy idea. You're not sure if they can back their words up with action. So what you want to do as a young person, just like me, is keep trying out different parts of your dreams in small scales until you can get those partners that can see your profile and be impressed that if they scale it up with their finances, it will be worth their effort. That's what everybody really wants to see. So it's been very challenging from getting volunteers. You can't do anything big without people. And if it's small enough for you to do alone, then obviously it is small enough. But if it's big enough, then obviously you can't do it alone. So sometimes it's not even the money challenge, it's the human resource challenge. I need somebody to help me do graphics. I can't do graphics. I need someone to help me do video editing, or to help me do this part and to help me do that. And I can't pay them, but I need them, and I'm trying to sell my dream to them for them to be partners, and they go, how much? What's the paycheck? So another major part of building anything is really trying to get a team that believes in you when you can't afford them, but you need their service. So it's something that you have to find a way to have a win-win relationship with them. My journey has been rather interesting. It's been one that you cannot do and thrive without being drowned, without any kind of supernatural help. And we know that there are various alternatives when it comes to supernatural help, but God has been faithful. Almighty God the Father has been faithful. He's given me favor even where I looked small, and I'm like, why is this man even looking at me and considering partnering with me when I look like his youngest sister, and all of that. And someone is signing you a check and someone is telling you, okay, do you know what, we are going to give you a venue for free, we are going to give you coverage for free, we are going to give you pay for the models and all of that. Somebody is willing to stake on you. So it's not the kind of thing you find everywhere or any place. God has been faithful. God has brought people. God has brought platforms. God has brought resources. And I think the most important part of the journey is that once you know that you're on the right path, keep going. Don't ever stop because you say, I don't have enough money. The project is going to cost 2 million. What I have in my account is 200 naira. If I'm even owing the bank some transfer charges and all of that. So, you can't do all of that if you're looking at what you have in your account. What you have to keep looking at is the account of who sent you. Okay, because sometimes what he's going to give you is people that will give you what you need, which means they've given you as good as money. Okay, so you need a venue of 100,000. Someone is telling you, I'm going to give you my venue of 100,000. The person is as well giving you the 100,000 naira by saving you that cost. So God has brought people that has helped push the vision, from models that have decided to work for us for free, from media partners to sponsors to just people, this extra hand of fellowship. I don't want any kind of publicity from what you do, but just take this support. We see that you're helping young people. Keep doing what you're doing, and the fact that you're doing what you're doing gives someone else that glimmer of hope. And the major inspiring part of my journey is that every time I feel like I want to stop, I remember that if I stop, I might not be able to measure the losses in vision. Why? Because every time you wake up and go, someone else is inspired just seeing you not give up. And to me, that's big enough. The fact that I can't measure the loss that it will cause if I woke up one day and said, you know what, forget about all these dreams and let's just eat, live. The day we die, who knows, who cares, that kind of thing. But I know that every single day that I do what I do, a young person is grateful I'm still out there. A young person wants to pick up their pen and paper and believe again, because they are still seeing Esther Weje out there doing the same thing they feel is impossible. So my Love Impact story has been one of lots of challenges, has been one of great help, has been one of the mighty help of people and of God, because God has brought people that have helped, and without them, it would just be another figment of my imagination. So most of the ideas that we got to see come into fruition is because God has been faithful, it's because God has brought help, and it's because I've been consistent and true to the things I say we would do. So when people stake their name on me and stake their monies and stake their time, they see that she actually does what she said she would do. And I think that's the clincher for them, that they can trust that you do what you say you do. So every time people have to take that risk on you, make it worth their while, and you see that you keep growing from strength to strength and you become unstoppable. Thank you very much for listening.
As for me, say now you love, be the reason why I smile. Now you love, be the reason why I shine. Now you love, now you love, now you love, say now you love, be the reason.